Rogue Tier, we still winning. Magic Cardo, we extending. Dark Law, he still contending. Sunrise, your lights in it. Yu-Gi peoples and fellow members of My Hero Academia, welcome to the commentary. This is the only match from this week that actually got recorded correctly, and it was against Plunder Patrol. As soon as he bust down his mat, I was like, oh no, I have no idea what to do against this deck. You know, I've only played against it one other time. And then I tried to show my hand also. That was a big fail. It's double Ash, Droll, Cosmic Cyclone, Called By, and then my 6th card was like Durandal. So as you can see, main deck and Droll, because there was a lot of Plunder players here today. And, you know, I go against Plunder. He starts trying to do Fateful Adventure things. I go ahead and draw him, and I'm not very confident going into this match. I have like no engine cards. I opened up a whole bunch of hand traps, and one of them, I can't even activate 2 of them. So for turn, like I said, I drew Durandal. I'm going to go ahead and start asking him what his cards do, because like a true Yu-Gi-Oh player, I don't read myself. But yeah, I'll take a minute to kind of look over it and see if he's telling me the right thing. You know, people tend to leave things out when they tell you the effects of their monsters. So here I'm gonna go ahead and Durandal, add Fire Flint Lady. This is probably one of those situations where I probably should have just scooped the game up and not revealed what I played. But since my style of hero is so different, I decided to go ahead and play it and see what'll happen. He goes Terraforming right here. I go ahead and Ash it because I don't know what he's going to go search for, since he's already got the field spell out there. He attacks into my Ash that I set, that since it had enough defense to survive, I thought maybe I could get 2 monsters out on the board so that I could summon Verte. And now he's trying to decide what to play. And in my head, I'm thinking about a video that I watched. Said somebody made a comment and said that the Plunder engine actually does nothing. It's just stop the Brave engine and you'll be able to win. And yeah, this is about to not be the case. He activates a trap card that I notice is continuous. So I go ahead and chain Cosmic Cyclone so that I can destroy that. I don't even remember exactly what it did. And then my draw for turn is Elemental Hero Graceful Charity. So now I'm thinking, do I just go into Verte, or should I go into Isold first and, you know, try to do some Appaloosa Renal plays? Because I have no idea. I know that this Link monster he has does something, but I have no idea what his extra deck monsters do. So I go into Isold, decide to go into Isold. I'm going to try to Link climb up, and I'm going to try to add some follow-up to my hand and some Verte with DPE. So I'm gonna activate Isold's effect on summon to go ahead and add that Solid Soldier, just in case I draw another hero, or I draw Rhoda or Ecall. I can pair him with another hero in order to do something. And now he brings out this fusion monster. I have no idea what it does. I see that it summons and negates, but he has to discard a Plunder Patrol card. So I'm like, well, my only hope is that he didn't draw the Plunder Patrol card, because I can't attack over it. And he drew the Plunder card. So yeah, that'll be it for game 1. I just didn't, I drew too many hand traps, which actually happened this whole entire tournament. Like, I was just drawing all those hand traps, you know. Like I said, I had decided at the last minute to main deck Droll because we had like 4 or 5 Thunder players, and I just didn't want to lose to Plunder D's it. So yeah, that was game 1. I still have no idea how to play against this deck. I have no idea which hand traps are most effective. All I know is that I pretty much leave in the Ghost Ogres because I know he's got the Adventure Engine. I leave in the Ashes. Droll didn't really seem to do much, so I think at this point I just left 1 in just in case he side deck Droll in. And then I also put in 1 Gamma so that I have the ability to cross out there. I know it's kind of weird because sometimes I actually like going first. I put in all 3 Gammas and Driver because, you know, I have so many cards that that special summon just outright. And as you can see, my hand is, you know, a bunch of hand traps again. No engine. For some reason, that was just my thing. I'm gonna get better at showing my hand, y'all, I promise. So my hand was double imperm, cosmic, shadow mist, and ash. And he activates the field spell. I go ahead and chain cosmic cyclone to that. He goes the temptress lady. I go ahead and ash her. Then he starts doing plunder things that I have. Like I said, not too much idea what it does. He goes ahead and attacks into my shadow mist, and my shadow mist will allow me to add my boy Graceful Charity to my hand. He'll set a back row, which I thought was interesting that he decided to set it there in front of my back row, because that's technically an imperm column. So I'm like thinking to myself, you know, just be careful of his extra deck monsters. I don't have to worry about his back row because he set it into where I have imperm. And so I'm like, I can just go like kind of go full combo here, you know, get the I sold thing, get some extra stuff going on. He tries to activate the effect of that monster, and I'm gonna go ahead and activate the imperm there, search Solid Soldier. That way I may kind of have some follow up on the next turn. And now I'm like, I can do Renal things. So I go ahead and send the Living Fossil to add it back with Renal, because I don't have a hero that I can special summon with Fire Flint Lady. And yep, so now I'm gonna go ahead and make my Verte, since I have my mass change that I searched out. I'm gonna send Draw Hand, send Dasher, go ahead and summon out the boy DPE. So we good now here. I got an imperm set, DPE, and I'm gonna get the Draw Hand effect to special summon back. So go ahead and attack over his monster. Then I'm gonna attack with Verte, use DPE's effect, pop Verte in the back row, you know, set my other back row cards, special summon Draw Hand, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wait for it. So he's going to activate the effect of the field spell. I'm going to chain mass change because he has so few cards in hand. I figure like whatever he adds off, I'll just automatically banish it. Banish it with Dark Law. He tries to activate the effect of the other lady, of the lady inside the graveyard. They can banish herself to do stuff, but he realizes that there's not too much else that he can do since Dark Law banished the Plunder card that he added to his hand. And I'm able to win that game, you know, though I drew a pretty bad hand. So yeah, at this point now I'm like, you know, putting in my extra gammas, and I think, did I leave in Droll? I think I decided to leave Droll in, and I shot it in the Beerus. I left in the Ashes and the Ghost Ogre. So it's a lot of hand traps. And since I had already been having so much trouble drawing hand traps this game anyway, I didn't think it would really matter. But yeah, this first round is kind of like a preview of how the entire tournament went for me. Like a whole bunch of hand traps, just every single game. Definitely need to get better at showing my hand. So he starts off the same way again with the Plunder Field spell card and the Adventure Engine. But I'm thinking that I'm good since I opened up Double Gamma. Well, it's not good to open up Double Gamma, but I did open up Double Gamma, Nib, Mass Change, Renal. So I'm going to go ahead and let him just full combo here. That way I can go ahead and nib him before he decides to end his turn. And like the best thing about it is, like, since I have the gamma, or since I have two gammas, the driver will actually like get tributed with Nib's effect, so that I can, you know, have that driver in the graveyard just in case I draw like Fusion Destiny or a hero lives or something like that. My gamma will still be live because I can special summon the driver that was tributed by Nib's effect. So as you can see, he's got like full combo, everything here, all Plunder, Brave Engine. He goes to end phase, I chain Nib. He goes Griffin, I chain the Gamma, and I'm gonna tribute his entire board, give him a big old token. And there goes the Clayman, Nibiru token. And unfortunately, I didn't know that they still had plays. So he summons this other one. I guess he just has to have one in the graveyard and then links them back off into the Plunder Link monster. And, you know, on my turn during the stand my phase, he starts doing plunder things. So I drew emergency call for turn. I'm like, that's pretty decent. At least now I can, try to do things. I'm trying to decide if I should go get Stratos or Shadow Mist, or should I go get my solid soldier, because I could do some Dian plays. And so in the end I decided to go with Dian plays. That way after I've cleared his board, I can make Verte and have the mass change to change my draw hand into Shadow Mist, since I'll have like three monsters on the board. So I'm gonna summon solid soldier, waiting to see, because I don't know what other stuff it does. I go ahead and attack into the link monster, trying to kill it. He's gonna do the little plunder thing, switch it out, equip it with the link monster, and now I'm just going to attack over it with Nib, and then mass change, go into Dian attack over that guy. So now I've got the board all cleared. I feel like everything's going according to the way I wanted it to. Dian's effect, I'm going to go ahead and use it to special summon Shadow Mist. Like I said, I really wanted to do that way. I could go ahead and get that mass change, and then I can link those into Isold, get my Liquid Soldier, and then, make Verte. And so summon Shadow Mist. With Shadow Mist, I'm going to go ahead and attack, but I'm not going to activate mass change so that I can do it on my draw hand. Since I want to go into Isold, I'm going to go ahead and use Isold's effect in order to add Liquid Soldier. Then I'm going to use the second effect, send the Living Fossil to special summon Fire Flint Lady, because I have Renaud in hand, and now I control a Fire Warrior monster. Going to special summon Renaud, use his effect to add back the Living Fossil. And then at this point, I notice time is about to happen, so I can't do Verte. Verte would kill me, automatically losing me the game, since I was only able to do 1,500 life points to him. So I go ahead and make my 3 negate Appaloosa, use the Living Fossil to special summon out Solid Soldier just to have the extra defense, and he tries to activate Nib. Go ahead and Appaloosa that. And now he starts trying to do adventure things, and I'm going to start negating with Appaloosa, hoping that he doesn't have enough to, get Oliver out. But yeah, he's going to have enough to trigger her enough times to where she has the 0 attack, and he's going to be able to bring out his Plunder Link monster with 1,600 attack over my Appaloosa. And yeah, that's 1,600 damage he was able to do, and I was only able to do 15. Time gets called, and yeah, I end up losing that game in time to the Plunder Patrol. So it's all good, At least near the end, I noticed that I couldn't go into Verte and just automatically lose the game, but he had enough to play through my Appaloosa negates. But y'all let me know, like, should I have activated Appaloosa on those Plunder Busters, or should I try to let her attack stay high? Because I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but I felt like I needed to stop them. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Check out my 500 sub giveaway video. Try to win one of those 2 playmats in the picture. And appreciate everybody for all the love, support, like, sub, follow.